Hey Stoic friend, welcome back to the channel. Pause for a moment and listen carefully because what you're about to hear can completely transform the way you think, feel, and act. Imagine being unshakable, calm in chaos, and in total control of your mind and emotions, no matter what the world throws at you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share 9 Stoic rules that will teach you how to master your emotional control, protect your peace, and build unstoppable inner strength. You'll learn how to stop reacting impulsively, how to focus only on what truly matters, and how to rise above negativity, criticism, and chaos. These are timeless strategies inspired by Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, and other Stoic masters. Lessons that have guided the strongest minds in history and can guide you too. If you've ever felt drained, overwhelmed, or like your emotions control you instead of the other way around, this video is your step-by-step roadmap to freedom. And here's the thing. These principles aren't just ideas to think about. They are habits to practice every single day so that peace, clarity, and confidence become your natural state. So stay focused, pay attention, and apply each rule you hear, because by the end of this video, you will have a clear, practical blueprint to strengthen your mind, protect your soul, and rise above the chaos of modern life. If you want to fully embrace this journey, do something right now. Hit that subscribe button to join our Stoic community. Share this video with anyone you know who needs calm, strength, and wisdom in their life, and comment below right now. I choose calm over chaos, to declare your commitment to mastering your mind, controlling your emotions, and living a life of unstoppable inner power. Number 1, master your reactions, not the world. Life will constantly throw challenges, criticism, and unexpected events your way, and the key to emotional freedom lies in how you respond, not in what happens to you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Most people make the mistake of allowing external circumstances, other people's opinions, or sudden changes to dictate their emotional state. They react impulsively, lose focus, and give away their power, leaving them exhausted, stressed, and frustrated. But the Stoics teach us that true control comes from training your mind to respond deliberately rather than react automatically. Start by pausing whenever you feel anger, fear, or frustration rising. Take a deep breath, observe your thoughts, and ask yourself, is this reaction helping me or harming me? This simple yet powerful step begins the process of reclaiming your emotional authority. Next, differentiate between what is within your control and what is not. Your actions, choices, and mindset are always under your command. External events, other people's behavior, and unexpected challenges are not. Focusing only on what you can influence conserves your energy, reduces stress, and strengthens your sense of personal power. Daily practice is essential. When you face difficult conversations, unfair criticism, or sudden setbacks, remind yourself that your value and composure are determined by your response, not by the situation. Over time, you will notice a profound shift. Your mind no longer reacts impulsively, you remain calm under pressure, and your decisions become more intentional and aligned with your long-term goals. This mastery of reactions builds resilience, mental toughness, and a deep inner peace that nothing external can shake. By consistently applying this principle, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming the architect of your own emotional world. You learn that peace, confidence, and control are not granted by others or life events. They are cultivated through deliberate thought and mindful action. Remember, the Stoic path is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about responding to them with clarity, purpose, and unwavering strength. By mastering your reactions, you create a foundation for unstoppable emotional control, empowering yourself to face life with courage, wisdom, and serenity. Number 2, train yourself to embrace discomfort. True emotional strength is not built in comfort zones. Epictetus once said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." Life will inevitably present situations that challenge your patience, test your courage, and push you beyond what feels safe or familiar. Most people instinctively avoid discomfort, seeking ease, pleasure, or immediate satisfaction. They escape stress with distractions, overindulgence, or avoidance. But this only reinforces weakness and dependence on external circumstances for their happiness. The Stoics teach that embracing discomfort is the path to freedom and mastery. Start small by willingly facing minor inconveniences. Wake up early even when your body resists. Go for a cold shower, or tackle tasks you've been procrastinating. Each deliberate choice to endure temporary discomfort strengthens your mental resilience and prepares you for larger challenges. Next, recognize that emotional pain, failure, or criticism are not enemies. They are teachers. When faced with rejection, difficult conversations, or unexpected setbacks, instead of reacting with frustration or self-pity, pause and reflect. What can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger? By reframing adversity as a tool for personal growth, you transform obstacles into opportunities for self-mastery. Daily exposure to discomfort rewires your mind, making you less reactive to trivial irritations and more composed when real crises arise. You cultivate the ability to stay grounded under pressure and respond with calm, rational thought rather than impulsive emotion. Over time, discomfort stops being a source of fear and becomes a natural part of your growth journey. This mindset allows you to detach from external validation, recognize your inner strength, and become emotionally independent. You will no longer need every situation to be easy or convenient to feel content. Instead, you will thrive in challenges, knowing that each difficulty is a chance to exercise your resilience, discipline, and self-control. Epictetus's wisdom reminds us that the world will not conform to our desires, but our mind can always remain free. By consciously embracing discomfort every day, you build an unshakable inner core that nothing outside can destabilize. You learn that true freedom and emotional control are earned through effort, patience, and the courage to face life's hardships with dignity and unwavering strength. Number 3, focus on what you can control. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoicism is understanding the difference between what is within your control and what is not. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Far too often, people waste endless energy worrying about circumstances, other people's opinions, or outcomes they cannot influence. They get frustrated, anxious, and drained, as if the universe owes them fairness or approval. The Stoics teach that true emotional mastery begins by shifting your focus inward. Concentrate on your thoughts, choices, and actions, the things that are truly yours to govern. Start each day by asking yourself, what can I do today that is within my control? Set intentions based on your values rather than external pressures or expectations. When problems arise, instead of complaining or feeling helpless, pause and identify what aspect of the situation you can actively influence. Maybe you cannot stop someone from criticizing you, but you can control your response. Maybe you cannot prevent a sudden setback, but you can choose resilience over despair. By consistently practicing this mental clarity, you reduce wasted energy on fear, resentment, or regret. You become calmer, more composed, and better equipped to handle life's uncertainties. The key is not to detach from life entirely, but to engage with it wisely. When you accept that some things are beyond your control, you free yourself from the emotional turbulence that comes from attachment to outcomes. You start responding to challenges with logic, patience, and courage rather than reacting impulsively. Over time, this focus creates a deep sense of empowerment. You realize that no matter how chaotic the outside world may be, your inner world, your mind, your judgments, your actions, remains yours to shape. This mindset transforms stress into clarity, fear into action, and confusion into purpose. Every choice you make within your control, builds confidence, discipline, and inner peace. Focusing on what you can control is not avoidance. It is mastery. It is the foundation of resilience, emotional independence, and freedom. By practicing this principle daily, you begin to live life with intention, wisdom, and unstoppable inner strength. Marcus Aurelius' timeless advice reminds us that the path to tranquility is not through changing the world, but through mastering the self, and in doing so, you cultivate unshakable stability no matter what life throws your way. Number 4, practice gratitude daily. One of the most transformative Stoic habits is developing a consistent practice of gratitude, which strengthens your mind and elevates your spirit. Epictetus once said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Too often people focus on what is missing in their lives, comparing themselves to others, and chasing endless desires that bring little satisfaction. This constant longing creates anxiety, stress, and a sense of inadequacy, leaving the mind restless and the heart heavy. Gratitude, however, shifts your perspective and roots you firmly in reality, helping you appreciate the abundance already present in your life. Begin each day by reflecting on even the smallest blessings: a roof over your head, food to nourish your body, friends who support you, opportunities to grow, or simply the ability to breathe and experience life. Writing down 3 things you are grateful for each morning or evening can dramatically change your mindset, creating a foundation of contentment and emotional resilience. Gratitude is not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It is about acknowledging and valuing what you already have, no matter how small it may seem. When you internalize this practice, you start noticing positivity in your surroundings, relationships, and experiences, which in turn fuels optimism, focus, and motivation. Gratitude also helps you detach from the endless cycle of comparison and desire that drains energy and disturbs inner peace. By regularly celebrating what is present rather than longing for what is absent, you reinforce a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. The Stoics teach that true happiness comes not from external wealth or validation, but from a mind trained to see value and meaning in the present moment. As you cultivate gratitude daily, you build emotional strength that protects you from frustration, disappointment, and negativity, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with calm, clarity, and wisdom. Eventually, this practice becomes a shield and a guiding light, helping you navigate difficulties while maintaining inner peace. By consciously focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you create a steady, grounded mental state. Daily gratitude aligns your actions with purpose, enhances self-respect, and strengthens your ability to embrace life fully. It transforms your mind into a sanctuary of appreciation and serenity, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary lessons in self-love, patience, and growth. Number 5, embrace your own company. Learning to enjoy your own company is one of the most powerful ways to build self-love and emotional resilience. Seneca said, "A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake." Often people fear being alone because they confuse solitude with loneliness. Yet true solitude is not emptiness, it is freedom. In a world overflowing with distractions, social media, and constant noise, we rarely give ourselves the gift of stillness, the chance to connect with our thoughts, emotions, and desires. Embracing your own company allows you to develop a profound understanding of yourself, uncover your strengths, and face your weaknesses without judgment. It teaches patience, self-discipline, and emotional independence. Start by intentionally carving out moments to be alone, whether it is walking in nature, sitting in a quiet room, or reflecting in a journal. During these moments, resist the urge to fill the silence with distractions. Instead, observe your thoughts, recognize patterns, and become a witness to your own mind. Over time, you'll notice that solitude is not only comforting, it is empowering. It reduces dependency on others for validation, approval, or happiness. Because you realize that your inner world is sufficient, you begin to enjoy your own presence, your own thoughts, and your own energy, creating a solid foundation for self-confidence and resilience. Embracing solitude also enhances your relationships because when you are complete on your own, you connect with others from a place of abundance, not neediness. You no longer cling to people, seek constant approval, or compromise your values to feel accepted. Instead, you bring authenticity, calm, and strength into every interaction. This practice might feel uncomfortable initially, but it is essential for true emotional mastery. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that personal growth often requires discomfort, and solitude is the space where reflection, clarity, and transformation happen. By choosing to embrace your own company, you cultivate a life where you are emotionally independent, self-sufficient, and unshakable. Solitude becomes your teacher, your safe space, and the foundation upon which your confidence, clarity, and inner peace are built, creating a powerful, self-loving mindset that no external circumstance can shake. Number 6, chase goals that ignite your soul. True self-love and personal power come from pursuing goals that genuinely excite you and align with your deepest values, not from seeking approval or validation from others. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Many people live lives shaped by expectations, fear, or societal pressures, chasing success that feels hollow and unfulfilling. But when you follow goals that set your soul on fire, you tap into a different level of motivation, focus, and determination that ordinary ambitions can never provide. These goals give your life direction, purpose, and energy because they come from a place of authenticity and personal passion. Start by asking yourself honestly, what do I truly want to create, learn, or experience? What would I pursue if no one judged me, or if I had all the resources in the world? What challenges excite me rather than intimidate me? Reflect deeply on these questions and allow your answers to guide your path. Pursuing such goals will naturally boost your self-worth because you are investing in yourself, proving through action that your dreams matter and your potential is worthy of effort. This journey will require discipline, patience, and resilience because meaningful goals often demand consistent effort, overcoming fears, and pushing through discomfort. But the reward is not only achieving the goal itself, it is becoming a stronger, more capable, and self-reliant person along the way. You learn to embrace responsibility for your life, to focus on what you can control, and to let go of comparison, envy, or fear of judgment. Your energy shifts from chasing others' approval to fueling your own growth, creating a momentum that drives you forward daily. Chasing goals that ignite your soul also ensures that your accomplishments feel deeply satisfying because they are aligned with who you truly are, not who others want you to be. Over time, this practice transforms you into someone unstoppable, confident, empowered, and emotionally independent. Epictetus's words remind us that action aligned with intention is the path to mastery. By chasing what genuinely inspires you, you cultivate a life where self-love, purpose, and inner fire coexist, creating a foundation for resilience, joy, and fulfillment that no external circumstance can shake. This is the essence of living as a Stoic, pursuing meaningful goals with courage, clarity, and unwavering self-respect, and building a life that is authentically yours. Number 7, celebrate every victory, big or small. True self-love is incomplete without learning to celebrate your own achievements, progress, and efforts, no matter how small they may seem, because as Robert Braw said, enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Many people fall into the trap of relentless self-criticism, always focusing on flaws, failures, or what hasn't yet been accomplished, while applauding others' successes with enthusiasm. But a Stoic understands that acknowledging your own growth is not arrogance. It is a recognition of your commitment to becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable. Every small win, whether waking up early and sticking to your discipline, speaking kindly to yourself when your inner critic attacks, completing a difficult task, or staying consistent with your goals is a step toward building an unshakable foundation of confidence and resilience. Marcus Aurelius taught that our daily actions, no matter how minor, define our character and destiny. So each effort you make deserves recognition and gratitude. By celebrating victories regularly, you train your mind to see yourself as a capable, competent, and worthy individual, creating positive momentum that fuels motivation, reduces anxiety, and strengthens self-esteem. Personal rituals like journaling 3 accomplishments at the end of the day, quietly acknowledging progress, or treating yourself thoughtfully when a goal is achieved, reinforce the habit of self-recognition. Over time, celebrating your wins transforms your relationship with yourself, replacing dependence on external validation with internal approval, joy, and self-respect. This practice also shifts your perspective, reminding you that life is not solely about distant destinations, but the journey itself, full of learning, growth, and moments of triumph. A Stoic mindset embraces the balance between striving for improvement and honoring progress, knowing that true strength comes from recognizing effort as much as results. When you consistently celebrate yourself, you radiate confidence, attract respect, and naturally inspire others while cultivating a peaceful, empowered, and unstoppable life built on authentic self-love, resilience, and joy. Number 8, embrace discomfort to grow stronger. One of the most powerful lessons Stoicism teaches is that true growth and resilience come from willingly facing discomfort, challenges, and adversity. Because as Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Most people spend their lives avoiding pain, seeking comfort, and running from situations that make them feel uneasy. But in doing so, they remain stagnant, limited, and emotionally weak. Embracing discomfort doesn't mean being reckless or intentionally suffering. It means understanding that every challenge, setback, or moment of struggle is an opportunity to test your character, strengthen your mental fortitude, and uncover your hidden potential. When you learn to approach uncomfortable situations with courage, patience, and curiosity, you start building resilience that no external circumstance can break. You stop fearing failure, criticism, or rejection because you recognize that growth always lies outside the comfort zone, and each moment of discomfort is a stepping stone toward a stronger, wiser, and more self-reliant version of yourself. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that our perception of events shapes our experience. So by reframing challenges as lessons and opportunities rather than threats, you gain control over your emotional reactions and reduce anxiety, fear, and frustration. Practically, this means taking deliberate actions that push your boundaries, speaking up when it's easier to stay silent, tackling difficult tasks you've been avoiding, practicing disciplined habits even when you don't feel motivated, and facing personal fears with intention and courage. Over time, consistently embracing discomfort rewires your mind to see adversity as a necessary, natural part of life rather than something to resist, allowing you to maintain composure, confidence, and clarity in stressful situations. It also fosters humility and gratitude, because you learn to appreciate growth and progress rather than expecting life to be easy or effortless. When you adopt this Stoic mindset, you no longer chase fleeting pleasure or avoid pain. Instead, you actively choose challenges that cultivate inner strength, wisdom, and emotional control. By leaning into discomfort and confronting life's trials with courage, patience, and self-discipline, you create a life where nothing can shake your confidence, peace, or determination, and you emerge as someone truly unstoppable, grounded, and empowered. Number 9, cultivate gratitude every day. Gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, teaching us to find contentment, perspective, and emotional strength regardless of external circumstances. Because as Epictetus said, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Many people overlook the power of appreciation, constantly focusing on what they lack, comparing themselves to others, and allowing envy or dissatisfaction to cloud their mind. But a consistent practice of gratitude rewires your mental state to notice abundance, opportunity, and personal growth instead of scarcity and frustration. Cultivating gratitude doesn't require grand gestures or material possessions. It begins with intentionally acknowledging small blessings in daily life, such as your health, the people who support you, your skills and abilities, and even challenges that teach valuable lessons. By reflecting on what you already have and appreciating your current progress, you reduce the emotional weight of negativity, self-doubt, and impatience, creating a calmer, more resilient mindset. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to focus on what is within his control and to appreciate the present moment, reinforcing that true happiness is internal, not dependent on external validation or circumstance. Practically, this can be done through journaling, mentally reviewing your day, or verbally expressing thanks for even the simplest moments: a good cup of coffee, a kind gesture from a stranger, a personal achievement, or a moment of clarity. Over time, these daily reflections strengthen emotional control, increase patience, and help you respond to adversity with calm composure instead of frustration or anger. Gratitude also encourages humility because you recognize the contributions of others and the interconnectedness of life, reminding you that success and joy are not achieved in isolation. When gratitude becomes a habit, you naturally shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance, from complaint to appreciation, and from stress to inner peace, making it easier to maintain focus, discipline, and emotional balance. This Stoic practice empowers you to embrace every experience, positive or negative, as a chance to learn, grow, and evolve while keeping your mind anchored in the present. By actively practicing gratitude each day, you cultivate emotional strength, mental clarity, and self-respect, creating a life that is rich in fulfillment, resilience, and unstoppable confidence.